Hi everyone! Today, we will be talking about the best Valorant agents and figure out who among them is easier to master and who requires more effort. And before we begin, don't forget to join Stryda to enhance your Valorant games with our Battle Pass and daily competitions. We'll start with duelists. For beginners, Phoenix is a great choice. He's known for his versatility and the abilities that are easy to use. With his flash, he can blind enemies and push them at any point on the map. If you need to delay your opponent, Phoenix can use a wall that limits visibility and inflicts damage if the opponent tries to pass through it. His ultimate literally gives him a second life. After his fiery walk, you will return to your previous position with full health. He can also use a fireball which can be hurled to ignite a specific area, causing harm to anyone who steps on it, including allies. This works like a Molotov or incendiary grenade, but Phoenix can use it to heal himself by stepping on the flames. More experienced players will probably prefer the agent Jett. She's a mobile and elusive character whose gameplay revolves around her position during the battle. Tailwind allows her to quickly rush in any direction. This skill can be used for both attack and defense. To use this ability effectively, you need to know the opponent's agents well so that you can catch them off guard. Her smoke bombs add an element of surprise, as Jett can instantly appear from them. These smokes can be used to capture territory and restrain opponents. Jett's ultimate also deserves separate training. If you don't use it in time, you'll waste all your kill potential. The agent is good even in solo play because she creates frag situations and can avoid death. Let's talk about sentinels, who are responsible for supporting the team and gathering information on the map. In this class, try starting with Sage. She can heal and resurrect, slow down and stop. All of these abilities do not require intensive training. You can play Sage both in solo games and in a group. Of course, communication in the team greatly increases your impact. For example, by discussing the attack or defense of any site, you and the team can agree on which passage you will guard with a wall. The slow orb can also help keep opponents in place for a while. When using healing, pay attention to the health status of all teammates and prioritize those who are closest to death. Resurrection is usually used on the most experienced player with a high KDA. If the corpse of this player is being watched, protect it with the wall and then resurrect them. As the second agent in this class, we would recommend Cypher. This character is more focused on macro play. His task is to gather information about opponents, their movements and plans, and disrupt them in any way possible. His concussive blasts can be easily broken by attentive opponents, so carefully study the maps and always place them in different and unexpected places. Cypher's camera is also a noticeable object, and it needs to be used quickly. It's not enough just to deploy this camera. To fully unlock its potential, you also need to hit the opponent with a tracking dart, which is not always easy to do. Cypher's cyber cage can be used both in defense and in attack, slowing down opponents and depriving them of their vision. And after making a kill and using the ultimate, he learns the positions of all living enemies. Be sure to share this information with your team. It's very important. It's time for initiators. KO is a great choice for this position, regardless of your experience and skill level. In fact, this character has 3 different grenades and an ultimate that suppress enemies and make them powerless for a short but effective moment. The flash grenade works the same way as Phoenix's. Throw it, turn away, blind the enemy, kill them. The frag grenade inflicts a lot of damage in the radius of the blast. The damage can be deadly if the opponent is in the center of the explosion. 0 Point and Null Command both suppress enemies for some seconds, giving your allies a great advantage. Null Command also allows your team to revive you if you get killed after activating it. Therefore, you just need to learn how to use these grenades and abilities effectively for KO. And of course, warn your allies about your actions so that they can support you. Let's finish our video with controllers. This is an important and complex class that requires good coordination and clear timing. A simpler option would be Brimstone. One of the agent's main features is 3 smokes that he can use on any point of the map. Brimstone uses them to limit the visibility of the enemies and block them in certain areas. If the opponent, for example, has already captured one of the plants, you can use the ultimate orbital strike there, which will inflict a lot of periodic damage. The stim beacon is dropped during an attack or push to give allies additional firing speed. The incendiary grenade will help you force the opponent to leave their hiding place or delay the rush of enemies for some time. A more complex option is to play Omen. He's more versatile than Brimstone, but his abilities require some studying because they need to be used differently on different maps. For example, Shrouded Step can be used as a move to a high point or a stealthy move between 2 sides of any passage. Like Brimstone, Omen's main feature is smokes. However, controlling them is a bit more complicated. Dark cover flies through the walls and limits the view at the point of landing. You can throw spheres under your feet or at planned points, such as the exit to the plant. The Shadow Charge Paranoia works like a flash, but it too can be thrown through walls. It also takes some practice to hit opponents. The ultimate allows Omen to appear at any point on the map. You need to use this ability in safe places because the opponent can interrupt it. That's all we have for you today. Train and win, and we'll keep helping you. And if you want to improve even more, challenge yourself with our Valorant competitions today at Stryda. Climb our ladders, complete daily missions, and get rewarded. See you in the next video, and see you on Stryda.